Hello, good morning, good afternoon. Still struggling with that. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is my 7th episode of Spa Queen Unleashed. Grateful for Fiesta Media Studios for the production of this podcast. Super grateful for Spa Real Day Spa as my sponsor. And if you haven't already, remember that we are now live on iTunes, Apple, Spotify, Google. We're live on all platforms. So if you have not gone to follow, you can subscribe in the YouTube channel. You can subscribe on the iTunes, Apple podcast, and make sure that you don't miss any of the episodes when they come out. So anyway, I want to welcome you guys today to another Wellness Wednesday episode. And today's topic is going to be on gratitude. Gratitude is one of my favorite practices of all times. And I want to talk about gratitude today because when things get tough in life, when things aren't going the way you would like for them to go, I want to remind everyone that when you quiet the mind and you practice your gratitude, it's a game changer. A 100%. I mean, it 100% changes your attitude. It really does. What does gratitude mean? Gratitude means gratitude is an action, actually, but it's just being thankful for everything, being thankful for the people in your life that help you, being thankful for the things that you have, stopping and taking a moment to bring yourself to this place of happiness. Because when we stop and we think about all of the things that are good, that are all around us, because you can always find good no matter what. Even in the midst of chaos, you can find goodness. And how I do that is through gratitude. So it's one of those things that you have to work at. You have to practice it. And there is no better time than right now to practice gratitude. It's so easy and it's so fulfilling, and it really, really does rewire your brain. You know, as a business owner, there are days like today where things, you know, you have things planned and things are going to go a certain way and and then boom, 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 out of nowhere, you get sideswiped and you're just like, oh my Lord, like, everything's just caving, everything's just falling apart. Oh, what am I going to do? Well, I go to this place of gratitude and I quickly remind myself of all of the things that I have to be grateful for, because life isn't perfect. But you can really, really, really remain in a grateful, positive, healthy state if you allow yourself to learn and begin practicing gratitude. And I think that there's kind of like 3 parts to gratitude. You know, there's being grateful for life, the things in your life. Also expressing that gratitude. Expressing gratitude is huge. When you're able to express the gratitude to someone that's done something for you, or just being grateful to the universe for the blessings that you've received, it fills you up and it really changes your trajectory. It just does. It's amazing what this one practice can do for your life. I think that in the third part too to gratitude is adopting new behaviors. So people always ask, I mean, when is a good time to practice gratitude? When should I do this? How do I do this? Does it really change your life? Yes, yes, yes. And you can practice gratitude anytime. My favorite time to practice gratitude is in the morning. When I first wake up, I am so grateful to open my eyes, to have another day. You know, understand that your eyes are a gift, right? Being able to open your eyes and to see and to breathe and to have another day in front of you is a huge blessing. So you're already starting your day off as blessed and highly favored because you're here. You know, you've heard so many people say, oh, the things that you have right now, somebody's praying for or wish that they had, or, you know, and if you put yourself in that place and you think about the fact that there is somebody that didn't wake up this morning, but you did wake up, that's huge. And that's something to be super grateful for. So I always like to do like 5 things that I'm grateful for. And it just sets the tone for my morning. You know, I just wake up and, you know, I look around and I think about, I am so grateful for my space. I'm so grateful for my home. I'm so grateful for another day. I'm so grateful for my pets. I'm so grateful for my partner, you know, and I'm so grateful for my health. I mean, the list goes on and on. There's so many things that we can be grateful for. So you can look around and find things to be grateful for anytime. And honestly, the best time to have gratitude practice is when shit's just falling apart right in front of your face, regardless. You got to be grateful for the good and the bad. You got to understand that sometimes when things aren't going right, it's a blessing in disguise. I've always said that for the longest time, not realizing, you know, just feeling that, you know, that sometimes when shit hits the fan and you're just like, oh my gosh, I don't know, what am I going to do? How's whatever. Listen, a lot of times when things are not full, you know, aren't manifesting the way you desire and aren't, you know, perfect, aren't lining up for you. If you stop and you think about, you know, this is okay. There's a lesson in this, and there's also an opportunity in this. And it's a time to reflect, and it's a time to think about, what can I see that's good in this? Because regardless of what you're thrown, regardless, there is something to be grateful for. There's something to be thankful for. There just is. And I love to be the person that finds the good in any situation. I just want to be that person. I am just an optimist. I prefer finding solutions. I prefer figuring out how I can pivot, how I can quickly exit this negative space or these negative energies that are coming at me, because I just don't like to hold on to things like that. You know, I just want to move on. I want to find the good, learn the lesson, and move on. And gratitude helps with that. It really, really does. And, you know, gratitude also helps you have more compassion and kindness for others. When you're feeling bad, sometimes the best thing that you can do, and it's true for myself, is to serve others. I'm not having the best day, but when I get to go do a service or a treatment on somebody, it changes me and it helps me feel better when I'm helping someone else. So keep that in mind. I mean, there's so many things that we can do that will help us feel better. And I think that when you find gratitude in your challenges, when you are able to stop and practice mindfulness, when you do those kind of things, you realize that, whoa, okay, what's going on right now really isn't so bad. So gratitude just makes you aware. It makes you super aware. And I talked about this in one of my last podcasts about being conscious, living consciously, right? So if we're able to do our gratitude practice with really clear consciousness, that is so powerful. And I think that when we consciously practice gratitude and we feel and we see and we put out the good vibes, you know, when we put out that good energy, it changes everything. It changes your entire world, your entire space. So it's really powerful. And Gratitude also helps in so many different ways. Like, for instance, it helps you reduce stress. It helps improve your sleep. It's actually been found to increase your immunity, your immune system. It boosts it. Why? Because it increases your happiness and your joy, and all of those things really help you be healthy and stay healthy. You know, when you're in a negative mindset, that is not good, and it's not good for your body. Your body reacts in a totally different way. You know, I'm sure that most of you have heard or seen at some point in your life that every cell of your body is aware of whether you're thinking negative or positive. It's just there, and it's one of those things that you don't want to be spreading negative energies and to every cell of your body. No, you want positive, healthy vibes and thoughts, and that's what helps you be healthy and stronger and, you know, in a better mood and just able to take on life in a much healthier way. I think that when you appreciate everything and the small things, I mean, looking around, you know, like, it just makes your world so much brighter. And I really challenge every single one of you to start some sort of gratitude practice, you know. Something that's really cool to do is, I've seen these little things and I think they're so cute. There's a gratitude jar, and it comes with like little pieces of paper or whatever, and every day, at the end of the day, you can write what you're grateful for that day, right? So whatever went and happened, little blessings, because I think what happens a lot of times, so many good things happen throughout our day, but we're not consciously aware. But when you write it down and you are practicing your gratitude and you are aware and you're practicing mindfulness and you're doing everything with intent, you can go back and read some of these things, and it fills you up and it makes you feel good. So it's just a cool little reminder. Instead of just like a regular gratitude journal, this is a cute little thing. I saw it. It's like it's a glass, and it says, you know, gratitude, and you just throw all your little thoughts and all the little things that happen throughout the day, and at the end of the year you have this full jar of nothing but gratitude. All of the things that went right, all of the things that, you know, you noticed, and it is just such a beautiful thing. So I think that's really cool, and I think I'm going to order some of these and sell them at the spa, because I love it. I think that is so cool, and that's something that really can help you stay aware and stay mindful and help you learn how to practice the gratitude, because it is a practice, and it's something that, it's a new behavior. You know, it's one of those things that you have to do every single day for a certain amount of time before it becomes a habit. But it's a great habit. It's a really, really great habit for you to practice and for you to develop and for it to become part of your lifestyle, because that's what we're all about. We're all about doing things that really help our wellness and our mental health, and know that everything is correlated, you know, our mind, body, and spirit. It's all connected. And so when we're fulfilling our desires, and when we're doing the things that really set our soul on fire, and the things that bring us joy and happiness, and when you stay conscious and you do things with intent, you're just creating this beautiful space for yourself and in your mind, and it's such a healthy way to live. You know, it's so much easier to be happy than to be angry and negative and sad and mad. It just is. It's just such a much healthier way to be, is happy. And this is what gratitude can do for you. I mean, it changes your mindset. It rewires your brain right away. I mean, it really does. If you just stop and think about a couple of things, look around. You know, I'm thankful for this skinny soy vanilla latte. You know, I'm thankful for being in this beautiful studio and having Elio do this production for me. He's technically savvy. I'm not. I'm so grateful for that, you know, and he makes me look good. So that's awesome. But yeah, I mean, so what are some things that you can do that help with your gratitude practice? You know, you want to appreciate the things that are around you. You want to stop and notice. You want to express your gratitude. Express your gratitude to others, but also express that gratitude to yourself. That's something that is a challenge. Most of us don't really express gratitude to ourselves. And I think that when you start putting yourself in that list of happiness and gratitude and the things you're grateful for, when you start putting yourself in there, you're going to feel different and you're going to have a new appreciation for yourself. And we have to do those things for ourselves, you know, like I said before in one of my previous podcasts, you know, like not forgetting yourself, making sure that you're also a priority is really, really important. And when you show yourself some gratitude, you are going to feel so good, because I think most of us are really hard on ourselves. When you quiet your mind and you really listen to that voice inside your head. I know for me, she can be pretty cruel. She can be pretty judgmental sometimes. And I've had to check her, because she can be like seriously, you know, that you're not, that's not enough. That's not good enough. That's this, that's it. No, no, you got to rewire that. You got to stop it. You have to, you know, make sure that your thoughts are serving you. Remember, we talked about that before. We talked about how you are not your thoughts. You are the thinker of thoughts, right? So anyway, let's see. What else did I write down here to help you guys? So I think that also when we communicate, you know, appreciation for others, and when we show appreciation for the people that we have in our lives and for our material possessions that we work so hard for, that we're proud of, you know, being grateful for those things matters. It really does. I think that you'll find that, you know, it allows us to cherish that present moment. It allows us to come from a place of abundance. And instead of, you know, that incessant, like, oh, I want. How about, wow, I'm so grateful for this. I remember when I prayed so hard for this. I remember when all I wanted was this, and now I have it. Sometimes we forget, you know, how much and how long it took to achieve something, you know, like your first house, your first car, your dog. I mean, whatever it may be. All of those things that we have, we worked hard for. You know, we thought about it. I want this, and we worked for it, and we got it. So when you stop and you think about the achievement, you know, and that particular item, I mean, it can be anything. It can be a plant. It can be being grateful that you didn't kill your brand new plant. You know, some of us struggle with that. Some of us struggle with things like that. But it's the little things, guys. It's always been about the little things. It just has, and it can really truly be that simple. You know, I think that when you are able to express your gratitude and serve others and bless others because you've been blessed, that's a chain reaction, and it is such a beautiful thing to watch, you know, and it's so fun to be able to watch what your kindness and your compassion can do for somebody else. It doesn't just help that person, it helps you too. And you know, I've always read this this quote about it's always so much better to give than to receive. But I think that when you learn how to receive, it can be just as good. I told you guys that I struggle with that. You know, I struggle with accepting compliments and always dimming my own light and kind of like, oh, you know, oh yeah, well, I would always just kind of like, you know, drown it out a little bit. And now I say thank you, and I don't dim it. I'm just like, thank you. I appreciate that. Somebody this morning in the studio was congratulating me and telling me, wow, doing this podcast isn't easy. I'm so proud of you. It's really good. You're doing it, and yes, I am. And as hard as it was at first, it's getting better. I still struggle with it a little bit. I still get anxiety and kind of like, and it's not a bad thing, but it's cool to be aware and to just receive a compliment and to be able to accept what others provide you and what others give you, when somebody helps you out and when somebody pays for your coffee in the Starbucks line, or, when somebody tells you how much they appreciate you, really accepting that. It makes a big difference. And that's something that I've been working hard on, and it really does make a difference, and it's awesome. And I think that if we all start doing that, we'll feel so much better. And it's just a healthy habit to develop. So yeah, I think that gratitude is definitely a game changer. I think that the best time to practice gratitude is anytime. I love to start my day out with gratitude. That's a great way to set the tone for your day. I think that next time you're put in a predicament that isn't so fun, it's not what you want, but this is what it is, stop and practice gratitude and see how it changes your mindset. See how it improves that moment for you, because it will. It is healthy for you. It's positive for you. It's good for your sleep. It's good for your heart. It's good for your immune system. The list goes on and on. Gratitude is awesome. And I get so excited when I talk about gratitude, because that is something that when you really feel it and you really have been practicing it, like, you just feel so good after your gratitude practice. It just fills you up, and it gives you such a different perspective for yourself in that moment, for that day. It just sets you up for success. It really does. And I think that a lot of us forget to be grateful. And, as Americans living in the country that we get to live in, there's so many things that we take for granted that other people wish they had. And I think that when we stop and we think about how we live and what we have and the access to get what we want is infinite. And I just think that gratitude is something that we all should practice, and we should all practice it daily. And in doing that, you will see a big change in your life. I know it. I live it. I feel it. So I want to leave you guys with that today. I want you guys to start practicing gratitude, and I'm going to check in with you guys and see how that's going. I want you guys to start calling in with questions and topics that you'd like for me to talk about. But today, I'm grateful for you being here, listening to me talk about gratitude. I want to thank Fiesta Media Studios, and don't forget to go to YouTube and subscribe to the podcast. And I will see you guys next week for our next episode of Spa Queen Unleashed. Thank you so much, and have an awesome day.